to fight my daddy. I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight my brothers. Girl, child ain't safe in the family man.
There's nothing wrong with being a strong, independent black woman. But at the end of the day, whenever it comes to a strong, independent black woman or black women being seen as strong and independent, people tend to forget that black women are human too. They don't think that black women have a weak point. They don't think black women can be sweet, be light, be feminine, have feminine energy, or just show vulnerability.
We rock mostly because we are resilient. We have a long history of taking what we have to make what we need.
What's poppin', Shudu Gang? It's your girl Shudu and I'm back with another YouTube video. If you're into my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you for coming back. If you are new to my channel, you hit that subscribe button and become a part of the Shudu Gang. Gang. Okay, so today's video is another episode of Shudu Talks. So yeah, I haven't done a Shudu Talks video in a minute, so I was like, let me do another one, you know? And today's topic is going to be on the strong black woman stereotype. It's just I was actually inspired by a video that I saw. I don't know the name of the channel, and also Marie's video, most of Marie's video. And I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to do a video like this, so let me just do the video. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, like the video if you do enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get into the video. So I'm just going to discuss what the strong black woman is. So the strong black woman is just this notion that in order for a woman to, what I've noticed that in order for a woman to be classified as strong, she is supposed to endure, she should have gone through some terrific trauma, not terrific trauma, does that even make sense? Some trauma or some form of suffering in order to be classified strong. We even see it in relationships. For someone to say, oh, you guys, are like such a strong couple, usually it's said to people who have been through the most. And it's like, why do I have to go through the most in order to be in a strong relationship? You know what I'm saying? So we also see this in women, that it is expected that a black woman is supposed to be this strong woman, who suffers in silence, but portrays this strong character that, you know what, regardless of all my hardships, regardless of everything that I've gone through, I can still rise up to the top. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that the way it is portrayed in society, the way it is portrayed in movies and in TV series, it just sets out a very snacks expectation. You get what I'm saying? We see this a lot in movies and series where if the lead character is like a black female, she, is like this tough girl, this tough woman, she doesn't let anything get in her way, or, she just knows, she goes for what she wants. But most of the time, what I've noticed with these characters is that they are all suffering in silence. They're suffering from something.
Okay, so basically what I was trying to say here is that the strong black woman characteristic shows that, you know what, I'm the superwoman, I conquer everything, and I don't really need to make time for myself to be vulnerable or emotional. So I just feel like that is a negative thing, and it takes a negative toll on your mental state.
One thing that I've noticed is that the woman who is like the strong character is usually suffering from something internally. Do you get what I'm saying? This being a strong black woman has negative aspects to it as well. Like, you can end up being depressed, you can end up being an alcoholic, you can end up being hooked on drugs. You can just end up having some form of negative thing that stays with you because you are trying to push this notion that you're something you're not that you're something you're not. You are a strong woman, but it is portrayed in a manner that you can't be vulnerable. You can't cry. You can't, make any mistakes. You just always have to be at the top of your game all the time. And it's like, that's not realistic. That's not how it is in real life. And, you know, it's just a negative, it just has negative connotations to it, in all honesty, from how I see it, because it affects, like, if I'm watching a movie and I'm like, oh, she's like a badass. Okay, I want to be like her. I want to be like her. You know, she doesn't have a man. She doesn't have this. She doesn't have that. She doesn't need all of that because, you know what? She knows what she wants. She has the money. She has the car. She has the job and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that for you to be a strong Black woman, you have to have a man by your side. That is not at all what I'm saying. What I am saying is that we do see a lot of condescending characters, like in some movies, you know, the strong Black female hates men.
Basically, what I'm saying is that they don't leave room to make a connection, whether there's a romantic connection or there's a platonic connection. This aspect is usually neglected.
An example of someone, a character that shows that this strong Black woman stereotype is hard to live up to, is Mia Warren. Mia Warren in Little Fires Everywhere. I absolutely loved that series. It was a very nice series. But Mia was just portraying to be this strong and not perfect. I don't want to say perfect, but like the typical Black female, like what the Black female is supposed to be. You know, she's strong, she has her guard up, she doesn't let things slide, you know, she's secretive and things like that. But as the series continues, you see her break down and all those things that she had up crumble. Do you understand?
You didn't make good choices. You had good choices. Options that being rich and white and entitled gave you.
So that's an example of, to show that, you know what, this standard is kind of difficult to live up to. Like, I can't be that strong Black woman all the time. And that is the notion that is pushed out there, that Black women have to be the strong character 24/7 without leaving room for them to be vulnerable, whether it be with a partner, whether it be with family, whether it being vulnerable with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So another thing that I noticed that comes with this strong Black woman, what can I say, character, is that you're expected to be suffering in silence. So you're enjoying your own problems with yourself because you feel like you have to always have your guard up. You always have to be the strong character and not be vulnerable. So whatever it is that is going on with you in the background, people don't have to see that. So you end up not being able to communicate it with like your friends or communicate it with like someone because you are just suffering with yourself. And we've seen this also in what is that show? How to Get Away with Murder. I don't watch that show, but that lady, there's a specific scene where she took off her wig, and that was like a moment of vulnerability.
It is about uncovering and feeling comfortable with the way we are and the way we look when we're in private.
You know, like she is kind of going through her own stuff, but like she's not letting people see that. And then when it's just you alone with your thoughts, you are like dying now because it's like, you know, it's eating you up inside. Another thing is that you feel like you don't have to be vulnerable. You feel like you always have to suppress your emotion and have this ability to endure and still rise to the top, and having to win at the expense of yourself. You know, like I always, like, you know, especially if maybe you're like the only Black female in like your company and you're thriving. We understand, as being a Black female, you have to work 10 times as hard if maybe you're in an industry or a company where it's just white people. You already have to work 10 times as hard just in general. You have to work 10 times harder in your workspace, and even harder if the people around you are males. We understand that. So I understand why Black females feel like they always have to have this strong character about them. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I hate about the stereotype is that it makes it seem like Black women don't deserve systematic change. Like they don't have to change the system. They would rather have to endure and conquer than to change the system, you know, because, okay, we're all seeing, okay, Black women are like these strong characters. So what is the point of changing the system if they can still go through everything and still rise to the top? I don't know if I'm making sense, but I feel like this stereotype brings out that message that, you know what, there's things that are wrong with the system. But now it's like, do we really need to change the system if these Black women are still rising to the top at the end of the day? Do you know what I'm saying? One thing that a couple of shows that I like that don't really show the typical strong Black woman, that show the vulnerable side and show the human side of females, shows like Insecure, shows like High Fidelity, shows like Betty. Those are nice series that show a different side to what you're used to seeing on TV, you know, like seeing Viola Davis, you know, seeing the likes of Taraji P. Henson in, what is the show, Empire, you know, those strong characters. It shows that, well, you as a female, you don't always have to be that, you know, girl. You don't have to be that, you know, that hardcore female all the time. You know, you can also be human. You can also let your guard down and let your hair down and just, you get what I'm saying? I just feel like this stereotype just kind of needs to go away. I mean, I understand how the stereotype came about to be. It was created by Black women themselves because, you know, as I was doing my research, I saw that there were 3 stereotypes or like categories that Black women fell into, you know, as the years have passed. I think the first one was the mammy kind of character, or the mammy kind of characteristic, which is like the Black woman, not a white apologist, but like does that even make sense? Like the Black female who, you know, serves the white man and enjoys serving the white man. And then that ended up transitioning to the, what do they call it? I don't remember the name, but if I remember, I'll just put it on the screen, where women were overly sexualized, like how we see in music videos. Women are still overly sexualized in music videos, on magazine covers, and things like that. And then that also transitioned to the last one, which was, what is it? The Sapphire. I think it's the Sapphire, which is like the angry Black woman. And the angry Black woman stereotype still does exist because it's like, okay, if a woman decides to stand up for herself, you know, speak her mind, she's then classified as the angry Black woman. And it's like, what exactly is supposed to happen here? How are we supposed to have change if I can't voice my opinion on certain matters? So then women felt like, you know what, now we have to bring our guard up. We have to stand up and fight and rise to the top, you know, and show holy. We can go through whatever nonsense and still come up at the top at the end of the day, creating the character of the strong Black woman. So it's going to be difficult to abolish that. I'm not saying we must abolish the strong Black woman. You can still be a strong Black woman, a strong and independent woman who got her own, okay, but also don't forget to allow yourself to make mistakes, you know, because it just gives that notion that you can't be vulnerable, you can't make mistakes, you know, you can't just be all dainty and feminine, because the strong Black woman characteristic also comes with a form of masculinity. Do you get what I'm saying? It also has some masculine energy that you being a strong Black woman, you have this masculine character where you like undermine men and you just feel like you're just that girl, you know? So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I wanted to say in this video. I know this video is a bit messy. It's kind of messy. I just didn't know how to go about it. I was just speaking as I remember, you know. I didn't want to make any mistakes and stuff like that, you know. I was trying to remember some of the stuff that I researched, you know, on this particular topic. And yeah, if you guys would like for me to do more commentary videos, which obviously I like doing commentary videos, but more Shudu Talks sorry, more Shudu Talks videos, comment down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, why not subscribe? Why not become a part of the Shudu Gang? I mean, come on. Come on, why wouldn't you subscribe? Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy what I had to say, and don't forget to comment if you'd like to see me do another video that is like this, and I will see you in my next one. Don't forget to follow me on my socials. On Instagram it's _Shudu, and on Twitter it's Shudu_Hillary, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.